Bus driver sends a note with child to bring to mother. When she begins to read, the tears start pouring. Pouring. I know when my kid brings home a note I'm instantly worried. The first thing I suspect is that it has to be a note bearing bad news, usually a teacher telling me he's been in trouble. Maybe that's just me, but when siblings Annalise and Jorge came home one day with a letter in their backpack, their parents were pretty surprised and didn't know what to expect. It turns out it was a letter from the bus driver who drives their kids to school every day, but this was not a letter of complaint or a warning of any kind. Quite the contrary. Since bus driver Cindy Clausen drives all the local kids to school, she sees everything that goes on every morning and afternoon. If anyone knows which kids are naughty and which kids are nice, it's her. She recently noticed how the siblings showed love and compassion to a disabled boy who was usually alone, excluded and generally having a hard time in school. The children had played a big part in motivating the boy to feel happy to come to school every day. Cindy wanted to express how impressed and moved she was by the behavior of their kids and wanted to praise the parents for doing a fantastic job in raising their children. And so, she decided to write a letter. The letter, addressed to parents Georgia Sr. and Lena was published on the page Love What Matters, and in the matter of just days, it received thousands of likes and shares. Here's what the letter said. Dear Jorge and Leonor, I am compelled to write to tell you how beautiful your children are, inside and out. This can only come from the home, your patience and guidance, the examples that you set and teach. I have a child on my bus named Jackson. Both of your children have shown him much compassion and support. Every day your children ask if they can sit with Jackson. Some days Jackson is a little sad getting on the bus, but as soon as he sees Annalise and Jorge he smiles. Jackson has difficulties walking and it takes a bit for him to get to his seat. Today Annalise looked out from around her seat and said, "Come on Jackson, you can do it." And when we arrived at school Jorge took it upon himself to carry out his backpack. I know you know how wonderful your children are, but I wanted you to know that it shows. In a world where we quite often read about horrible things, I think it's important to share beautiful stories like this one.